Hello. First, I'd like to apologize for my voice. I've been sick all week. This is the only chance I have to do it before I completely lose my voice. I'm going to talk about myself. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to look at the three aspects. I'm going to look at time. I'm going to look at the environment, and I'm going to look at personal. The time aspect I'm going to be looking at is the clock time right now. It's like almost 5 o'clock in the morning in El Paso, Texas, and the event time. The event time is now. I got to do this for class. I got to submit this. I got to present this information. And then I got to look at the linear time. The linear time is the past, present, and the future. And then I'm going to talk about the globalization. In reading these articles on globalization, it brought back some memories. It brought back memories of the 60s, the 70s, where the teenagers of that time were protesting. The teenagers of that time had Woodstock. Country Joe and the Fierce sang a song about Vietnam, where they'd make sure that they'd be the first one on the block that would send their sons home in a box. And here it talked about hip hop, how it was changing lives, how the children now have the ability to stand up and make differences. I do believe that was in the article by Janet Finn, and in there it stated a lot of issues about how globalization has changed, how globalization is really neoliberalism, and how that has made the rich richer and the poor poor. That's always going to be the issue. It also discussed in the other article with Dominel about in UK how the bank crisis just ruined a lot of the policies. It took all the money that was going to be used for policies like helping the poor, food, healthcare, and stuff like that, and put it back into the banks. The banks are the only ones that got the improvement. The people, the society didn't. So globalization in two different ways. Here it says it's good and it's bad. Well, it is good in a way that it does offer freedom of choice. It does offer internalizations. It does offer ways for different people to access money and to make money. But the bad part is it usually takes it out on the poorer people. Now I'm going to go into the concept of past, present, and future. The past, I was a crackhead. I was an addict for longer times than I could remember. I ruined my life. I lost a 28-year marriage. I lost everything that I had because of my drug use. That brings it up to the present. Right now, I'm an LCDC, QCC, excuse me, lead supervisor for adolescent facility program called TRY. It's called Treatment Resources for the Youth. I like the word TRY because if you try, anything's possible. If you don't, nothing is. Our facility deals with adolescents from the ages of 11 up to 18. We deal with all kinds of substance use, behavioral, court, all different types of issues. That's my present. My future, that's why I'm taking my MSW. I'm going for my MSW so I can have my own facility. I can run my own facility. I can have all the power to make the choices instead of letting the courts control us. And like it says here in globalization, it's a money issue now. I don't like that concept of the money issue. I want it to be an issue where we're actually here to do what we're supposed to. We're supposed to be here to help. We're supposed to be here to make an adjustment and do the best for our patients, but we don't because we're on the timeline. We're on a money line. The insurance companies, they make a decision, 7 days detox, 28 days treatment. Who knows? 7 days you're not going to detox. 7 days you're not going to get drugs out of your system. 28 days you're not going to stop using. All of this is just because the insurance company, that's all they want to do. It needs to be more based on each individual. Individualism, each person, each cultural, everybody has something different. If we don't look at it in that aspect, if we don't look at it in that way, we'll never be able to do the proper procedures that are needed to make these individuals feel like society hasn't gave up on them. When we do this 728, it just shows them that's all they're worth. 7 days in detox, 28 days in residential stay, then get out. That just tells them that society doesn't care. Those are the three aspects I talked about. Now I'm going to talk a little about my personal. I know we only have a few minutes, but that's okay. I'll go a couple minutes more. My personal life is I was married for 28 years because of my addiction to my wife, and I got a divorce. I went in deeper into my addiction, and again, I came back, and my ex-wife is the one that put me in rehab. That's my personal life. That's my family. Everything right now is important. It's that family is the most important thing. The environment. My environment is my job. My environment is El Paso, Texas. Yeah, a lot of people say it's bad, it's terrible because of the border, because of all that. But El Paso, Texas is beautiful. The desert, the mountains, all of that stays in focus. The more you look at the negative, the more the negative stands out. The more you look at the positive will stand out. So I know in just this 5-7 minutes, I haven't gone over a whole lot of the aspects of the different dimensions of formal organization, community, social movement, small groups, stuff like that. But right now the most important thing, I guess, is to introduce ourselves, is to talk about the process, is to talk about the individualisms. So in a nutshell, that's me. My name is Gary Menchey. I'm a 56-year-old white male who's been told that white privilege has accessed me into the society. Well, I hate to say it, but I think they forgot to tell society that I'm white, because I haven't had all the privileges that everybody talks about. Yes, maybe when I do go in the store, they look at me because I'm white. They don't look at me as a colored, but they do also look at me as an addict. They do also look at me because I have ruined my life, other people's life, and hurt people. So white privilege is only there with the people that have it and a lot of the money, because that's where the privilege comes from. Again, thank you for listening. My name is Gary, and I can't wait to finish this program. Have a nice day. Bye. Hello. Hello, my name is Gary, and I'm a 56-year-old white male.